Coach Norman coming into the scheme of things, he brought in a system that I think best fits the players of Meralco, and what you're seeing now is you're seeing the veterans and some of the young guys who need lots of experience coming together. And, you know, it was unfortunate for their import, Josh Davis, who did a tremendous job for him to fall short and resulting in losing in the semifinals. But hats off to them because I think the league, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the first time they made it to the semifinals.
The final four at least. This second quarter now on the break, brought to you by Motolite. For express and service, call 370-6686. Meralco's first loss in that Commissioner's Cup came in an out-of-town game, in that game where Josh Davis got hurt. Some say, I will ask you this, if you agree, or do you subscribe to this mode of thinking? Some say Josh Davis was never the same after that hard fall.
Well, I mean, you know, one can argue that, but I tell you, it's just really tough, especially when you're the man on that team and everyone's expecting so much from you. And, you know, I really believe genuinely that Josh Davis really wanted to come back and play. He wanted to help his team out. They looked like they had good chemistry, but sometimes your body just won't let you do it.
GlobalPort with another possession. Crayem looking to post up against the much shorter Anjo Karam. Trying to flip that pass to Ponferrada. They turn it over. Gary David, though, is bothered by Buena Fe. Ball ends up with Jensen.
GlobalPort doing a good job of transition defense.
Ronjay lines it up and buries the three. Having tapped up PLDD Home Devolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
And like I said, I really believe that GlobalPort's at their full strength when they're in transition.
They like that running game, huh?
Oh, they do. And they
That's in style from the weekend, the running game.
They have the athletes to do it.
Athletes do run, right?
They
Just
do.
like last Sunday morning.
That's right.
Oh, Crayem once again. This time to Jensen. Bang! Hatid pa rin sa atin ang field. Oh, long tulang para dito kay Keith Jensen. But how about GlobalPort with this uprise? And it's not like Crayem really just took over that point guard spot. He was actually tandem with Terence Romeo earlier on, who is already in double figures in his individual scoring. Buena Fe couldn't knock in his second one. Emmett for the board. Meralco looking to stop the bleeding here. Emmett running point, gets it over to Karam. Miranda looking to bother Anjo. He's forced to give it up. Emmett in traffic against Jensen. Nandiyan dyan din. Etong si Ponferrada. Mamaril. Emmett, though, no problem with the hook.
No problem. You can see how he just took his time. He didn't panic, didn't rush. Just saw the opening. Took what the defense gave him, made the hook shot.
10 points in the game. Para dito kay Emmett ng Meralco Bolts. Buena Fe almost lost it. Recovers just in time. Ponferrada looking to go back to Buena Fe. That basket was sent home, but looks like an illegal pick was whistled on Jewel.
A little too much for Jewel. Ponferrada, you know, sometimes you just gotta just stand there. You know, you don't have to throw the shoulder out. It's inviting the refs to call that offensive foul. But I mean, you know, he meant well. He meant well.
Di naman sadya. James Santa now on the floor para kina Coach Drummond. Gets it over to Emmett. He goes to that crossover once again. The floater off the glass. He's got a dozen points.
Actually, good call. Going right back to the import, trying to get some rhythm back to the team of Meralco.
Of the 5 on the floor for the Meralco Bolts, only Emmett has points across his number at this juncture of the game. Miranda down to gutter the defense. Stripped by Karam.
Whoa.
Emmett over to David, who had to chase it. Gary looking for Anthony. Play broken up by Jensen.
Good idea, though. Trying to find Sean Anthony underneath the basket. Again, good passing by Meralco.
Now Coach Pido Araneta is looking to redeploy fresh legs. O'Brien and Isip making the way to the floor para dito kina Ponferrada and Mamaril.
So we got a little bit of offense now from Mark Isip coming into this ball game.
Got that tough front line rotation. Ponferrada, Mamaril, and Kramer. You like the Kramer Mamaril
I really do.
acquisitions, and they joined Ponferrada on that line.
Yes, because these two guys love to play defense. They're very physical. They love to rebound. I think that's a compliment to the guards of GlobalPort.
As Ronjay buries another three at the top of PLDD Home Devolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Biggest thing there is those guys, those three, Kramer, Ponferrada, and etong si Mamaril, You don't even have to call plays for them.
No, and that's one of the luxuries. These guys are willing to do the dirty work. They've been doing it on some of their championship teams.
Speaking of guys who do the dirty work, Cliff Hodge making his way to the scorer's table. Cliff Hodge helping out Graham here. Hey, you got to go back to the scorer's table and actually ask permission to sub in.
Hey, you know, at the end of the day, we're just trying to help each other out.
And that's one of the rules that maybe Graham's not familiar with. The NBA and the PBA do that. You sub in between free throws. Some leagues, it's before the first free throw and after the second free throw. You can't come in between.
It's kind of like taking the ball out of bounds. You know, some leagues, you don't have to wait for them to set up. You just go. You know, the defense has to be very alert or else they're going to get scored on real easy.
6-point ball game. GlobalPort 29, Meralco 23. Emmett fouled as he took that jumper. Taha whistled for this one. How about this guy? We've been talking about Graham earlier on. Emmett just got Meralco back in this game.
He sure did, and I think it was a good call by Coach Norman. You know, try to settle the guys down a little bit from losing that lead and going right back to the import. And so far, it's paid dividends for them.
And at this point, let's get this report from Ms. Erica Padilla.
Maganda ang reputasyon na karga ni Andre Emmett. Meralco coaching staff is very happy with this consistency. Pero syempre, head coach Norman Black, with his conservative thinking, said that let's see how things will be in the real game. Andre avers that with the expectations, there's pressure, of course, but he's confident with what he can provide. What he's worried about is ang physicality ng ating liga. But he said he has an excellent squad behind him. It should be easy for him to handle things. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Ms. Erica. And as we see, the other import of Meralco is already sitting beside Ms. Erica Padilla. And even the courtside date with Ms. Erica contested. He will be interviewed later on and we'll get his thoughts on the PBA brand of play. Hodge misses. 6-point lead para dito sa Batang Pierre. Barely 5 minutes into the second quarter. Ronje gets it back over to Graham. Omar using that pick from O'Brien. O'Brien gets the pass back. As he looked to swing it over to Buenafe, play was broken up by Emmett.
He thought about it. He thought about the three-point shot, but did the right thing because he saw Buenafe open right into the corner.
Ronje back to the bench. Romeo back on the floor. So Graham and Romeo looking to light it up once again. Shot clock was winding down. Graham was forced to put it up from way deep. Danabog 7 minuto na dito na sa ating first half. Emmett on the run, off one leg and one hand, is fouled once again.
So far, it's been all Andre Emmett the last 4 or 5 times down the floor for Meralco. But I would like to see other players get involved.
Second personal foul whistled on Patrick O'Brien. Emmett back irons that first free throw. Maybe Erica later on can ask, how do we pronounce Benny Kuchuli's last name too? Abangan po natin ang magiging panayam ni Miss Erica sa hindi pa nakakalarong Asian import ng Bolts. Taha to Graham, the Asian import of GlobalPort. Graham trying to go strong against Hodge. Cliff doing enough to bother him. Cortez using that Emmett pick. Takes the pass, now gets it to Senna. Outside jumper, doesn't drop. Graham pitches it over. Romeo on the run, Cortez in front of him. Romeo has that door shut on him dahil tumulong etong si Hodge. Graham to Romeo, working against Cortez. He wants to take on the Cool Cat one-on-one, but this time around, not much spacing. Romeo to Taha, left corner pocket. Bam!
That was nice patience displayed by Terrence Romeo. He could have gone in all the way, tried to get the foul, but he saw Taha open right in the corner for the easy jumper.
5.5 minuto na titira sa ating second quarter. David has not really made any noise tonight so far. It's been all Emmett para sa Meralco. Step back jumper, no. Easy para sa board.
You see the defense adjust to 12 GlobalPort.
Ryan put on a should. He was talking about the handles, Ali.
Oh, he's got the handles. He has the handles. Seeing some of those highlights.
Bryant from Romeo. Emmett clears it, pitches it over to Hodge, who creates that space. Excellent move on the part of Cliff.
Excellent move and excellent hustle by Hodge, not giving up on that play, but just what a way to run the floor.
Nagulangan din itong si O'Brien. Hodge, instead of running full speed, stops for a split second to create that space with that push. Romeo misses, Emmett for the board. He's got Cortez on the right, Senna on the left, Hodge trailing it. Emmett to Senna from the baseline. That's good.
That's a nice pass. Nice acrobatic move by Emmett.
And with 4:34 remaining in this first half, that'll force Coach Pido into this timeout.
Kasama ko po ang import ng Meralco Bolts na si Benny Kuchui. Benny, so far after seeing the game, what can you say about Philippine basketball?
After watching this first few minutes of this game, I mean, it's real physical, like, you know, what I expected, and real fast. You know, same thing that I've been hearing about.
So you've told me earlier that you've been here more than a week ago and you were able to witness Game 7 of the TNT and what can you say about that?
Man, actually, yeah, that was a great game. A real physical game. Great shooting game. I mean, they were putting up a lot of shots, and man, they weren't missing. So I was really fascinated by that game.
So after 2 practices with Meralco Bolts and seeing how they are playing in the real game, what do you think? What aspect do you think you can contribute on?
And I hope to just bring a defensive energy to the team. You know, coach was looking for a defensive guy, and you know, that's what I bring to the table. You know, I could score obviously, but you know, in this team we got a lot of shooters, and I'm just trying to mesh in with them and, you know, make sure everybody gets their shots. And I mean, most importantly, the defensive presence.
Well, thank you so much, Benny Kuchui. Balik sa inyo, Magu and Ali.
Maraming salamat, Ms. Erica. So it's Kuchui.
Kuchui.
We expect him later on for Meralco's next games.
Well, I'm excited to see him put that uniform on and play for Meralco. I'm really curious to see how he's incorporated into this Meralco basketball team.
I like the confidence. He just went off at Erica like, I can score, obviously. He said, obviously.
Well, you got to have that type. If you're in airport, you got to have that type of confidence. And, you know, hey, hats off to him. Hats off to him.
Speaking of confidence, Meralco Bolts regaining their confidence. They are back to within 3 points. Taha looking to pad this lead. Lost it to that baseline. Last touch, though, whistled on Ildefonso.
I really like the aggressiveness of the guards of GlobalPort, but they have to be aware of that defense by Meralco reaching in. Sometimes those can cause some turnovers.
Yan po ang ating Motolite Express hatid play of the game. Brought to you by Motolite. For Express hatid service, call 370-6686.
Andre Emmett taking it straight to the basket. Once again, getting to the charity stripe.
Andre Emmett, 17 points already across his numbers. Samahan mo pa ng 6 na rebound.
Just my only concern is, Magu, at some point, the rest of the Meralco Bolts have to get involved.
Didn't get anything from Gary David so far. Wilson's got 5 points. And Cliff Hodge has 4. That's about it for the help.
We got the veteran Danny Ildefonso in, guarding the big fella Patrick O'Brien.
Look at Danny I trying to stay low on Patrick O'Brien. GlobalPort goes to the outside. 3-pointer is good.
It's a great ball move by GlobalPort. They just seem to be in such a better rhythm. Now in this second quarter, you know, I mean, it went 5 for 11, which is okay, but control was established.
Mark Graham now with a total of 7. Balik sa limang abante ng Batang Pierre. Ildefonso couldn't get 2 of those back. Jensen saves it. Isip over to Graham. Look at him shift directions.
Wow.
Romeo on the wing. Puts it up. Punches it through.
And again, the transition of GlobalPort, I think it's one of their main strengths. They really need to take advantage of that as much as possible in this basketball game because it's gotten them the lead and it's kept them the lead so far.
I am once again making that shot happen. Wilson looking to go to that huge sidestep. Isip controls it. O'Brien pitches it over to Graham. 2-on-1 na naman. Romeo once again. This time he puts it on the deck. Pull-up jumper is good.
Nice control by Terrence Romeo, recognizing the up fake, taking that jump shot, taking a step in.
15 big points already para dito kay Terence Romeo. What a performance already para sa Coms Cup scoring champion. Emmett against Jensen. Ildefonso giving the pick. Emmett against three. Scoops it up and out. O'Brien boards it. Hodge slaps it out of bounds.
And we're seeing a little bit of Meralco losing a bit of their rhythm in their offense.
Especially on that outside shooting, Ali.
Yes, you know, I mean, 3-point range. I mean, GlobalPort, pretty good. 10 for 18 so far, while Meralco 2 for 10.
10 for 8. That's 10 for 18. That's good enough for an entire game, Ali.
That is, but you know, I mean, like I said, they have the capability of doing stuff like this, especially when they get out to transition.
Hopefully, though, as what we've noticed through the tournaments, GlobalPort once again starting as must-see TV as Emmett wants to put on a show. Couldn't get that basket, though, but will have to earn his points from the line. GlobalPort has always had flashes of brilliance. They've always been, at the start of tournaments, must-see TV, but somehow, some way, they lose their way along the way.
But you know what I think now, more than ever, I mean, Coach Pito Horencio can go deeper into his lineup when you talk about the big men. And then now we got Omar Cram, who so far looks like he's a great addition at the point guard position for GlobalPort. Like I said, establishing control.
He's been a stud so far.
And he has been a stud.
This big guy, Patrick O'Brien, only with 5 points across his numbers, but he's been doing other things.
Doing other things, getting rebounds. I mean, he's so long, and then you see Omar Cram take it to the basket again.
And maybe one of the bigger things with that is Coach Pito was never really completely away. He always sat behind the bench and he was still there for out-of-town games.
Yeah.
He was the consultant at that point.
That's true, that's true. You know,
different perspective from behind.
different perspective. Maybe he saw certain things that he didn't see when he was coaching. That can always be the case.
Romeo bounces it inside to Isip. Outside to O'Brien. Three-pointer on the way. Hit one earlier this time around. That one bounces out of bounds.
Now you got the combination big men of the GlobalPort, Bonton Pierre, you know, you have Mark Isip underneath the basket. Now Mark Isip is different from Doug Kramer and Billy Monroe, where Mark Isip is actually an offensive threat. We saw him knock down the jump shot earlier.
Emmett attacking Jensen. O'Brien lurking in the background. Ryan with that leather. Chased down by Emmett, though. Wilson wide open. Couldn't send it home. Look at Cliff Hodge from out of nowhere. Nice tap by O'Brien. That is a legal move in the PBA. NBA fans out there, that's been the case in the NBA playoffs a lot.
Oh, yeah. You know, he's just his presence alone, with those long arms. They say he's got a 7'6" wingspan. You know that normally Cliff Hodge would make a shot like that, but I'm sure he saw it, he felt it.
Cortez holding down Terence Romeo sa pagkakataon na yun. 8 seconds remaining in this first half.
I'm actually waiting for Patrick O'Brien to block some shots.
Yeah.
You know, when he was in college, he led, I believe, the Mississippi Valley Conference in blocked shots for 2 straight years. So the guy is very capable of getting up there, deflecting shots, and playing some defense.
Karam giving up the last foul to give para dito sa Meralco. Now they're gonna have to play good honest defense. Romeo in the lane, kicks it over. Jensen from deep, swatted away by Hodge. What recovery by Cliff.
Very good hustle by Cliff, not giving up on that play, getting the deflection.
45-34 ang GlobalPort po. Nalamangan nga kanina ng hanggang 8 until Omar Graham, their Asian import, came to the floor. Look at those numbers. 9, 4, and 4 already, Ali.
Yeah, you know, and again, just establishing some sort of control and balance, especially for the offense of GlobalPort, but also looking at Terence Romeo, not just attacking, but finding the open man underneath the basket. That shows a little bit of maturity on his part.
Kaya naman po, maibabaw ng GlobalPort ang 11 puntong kalamangan dito sa halftime. That is the largest of the game so far.